All right. Puts a very blunt, tough-talking Kofi Bewa there. And remember, Kofi Bewa was the man who brought us the Mylik set of juvenile football tournaments, which brought us loads and loads of talent. Well, Kofi Bewa must bring back the Mylik tournament as part of the competitive opportunities that will be available once his recommendations are, adopted and used. You're still here. We're getting into the final phase of the sports package for this evening on Prime. And of course, they are nicknamed the Terminators. That will remind you of a movie, but well, this is a different set of Terminators. Well, the national kickboxing team of Ghana has intensified preparations for the Wako Zone 2 Championship, which comes off in neighboring Côte d'Ivoire on July 6th. Now, Raja Owusu is the president of the Ghana Kickboxing Federation. Looks very, very fit. I've decided to do the mandatory, distance. I don't want no trouble. Huh? Well, good to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Look, tell me about, the structure, organizational structure, especially as you're getting ready for such a crucial tournament. Ghana has been looking forward to making inroads in these contact sports,
Yes.
around the world, especially when it comes to the major, multi-sport events and all of that. Now, how well are we placed, especially for this upcoming tournament?
So yes, the tournament is occurring on the 6th to the 10th of next month. And they are preparing very hard, excuse me.
Sure.
They're preparing very hard for it. They're practicing practically day and night, working very, very hard towards it. They have their coaches, they have their cutmen, they have their technical team supporting this training and preparation as well.
Interesting stuff there. So now, in terms of preparation, is the team adequate in terms of its logistics, in terms of the support, and what is needed to get the kickboxers to be sound, to get themselves ready for this big challenge?
Yes, they're putting in a lot of efforts. It's quite challenging when you don't have, enough financing to ensure that you have the right equipment, the right logistics for training. But in spite of all the difficulties, they're putting in a lot of work. I'm very, very optimistic that good things will come once we make it there.
Wow, interesting stuff there. What will be the target going into this tournament? You're coming up against a few of the powerhouses in West Africa.
Actually, in Africa.
In Africa?
Yes. It's an African championship.
Sure.
And there'll be various athletes from all over West Africa and the entire...
Other parts of Africa, yeah.
Exactly. And things look quite promising.
Okay.
I'm very confident that we'll do well.
How many of the kickboxers?
There are 12 kickboxers and 4 officials that would be going to Ivory Coast.
And how many weight divisions are we looking at as well?
Well, you won't really call them divisions. You have different strata of weight classes.
Weight classes, yes.
Exactly, yeah. But it's the amateur kickboxing tournament.
Very well, very well. Now, in terms of the projections, what kind of performances are we looking at? If we have different weight classes, for instance, out of these 12, how many of them are you expected to dominate their respective weight classes? Well, realistically.
The 12 athletes we have at the moment are training very hard. Towards the final moments, the weight categorization will take place. The technical director, I'm sure, would be much more capable in giving you the answers to those specific questions. But 12 in all, yeah.
We're in a year where we're just some weeks away from the Commonwealth Games. After that, the Africa Games will be hosted by Ghana. And then after that, we'll be looking at France, where the whole world will converge for yet another Olympic Games event.
That's right.
How well is your federation getting itself ready for, the challenge and possible representation in that space?
Yes, we are definitely looking forward to the Olympics. As you know, kickboxing has now been inducted by the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, as an official sport. So come the next Olympics, we are looking forward to it. Unfortunately, With regard to the All Africa Games, I'm hearing rumors that the government will not be involving or including kickboxing as part of the various sporting events. And I'm yet to confirm this, but it's quite concerning. If indeed the government is, or the people of the officials are interested in seeing the development of this sport in this country, then it will be very unfortunate if indeed we have been taken out of the roster of events for that particular, the Africa Games.
Tell me about, just before we wrap this up very quickly, the spread of infrastructure around the country. Because its format is similar to that of professional boxing, it probably becomes easier to get gyms and stuff around to train in, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of flexibility and fluidity between the two sports. So athletes who are kickboxers also have come from the boxing regime and vice versa. As you know, the logistics required for kickboxing are very much almost the same as boxing. In kickboxing, we use our legs, so it's we don't really need anything really different from what boxing requires. But if you go to where we train, as you can see on screen, these are gyms that are not nationally funded. They are private gyms that we have to actually rent, pay for, and it makes it very, very challenging. There is not in existence any infrastructure provided by the government or the state for these kickboxers. So we always have to be relying on boxing gyms like what you see, and So I would really appeal to the government to look at kickboxing as a sport that really requires this sort of infrastructure. As you know, if you look at MMA, for instance, where you have Israel Adesanya
from Nigeria,
he's excelling. He's practically one of the best MMA fighters in the world. He emanates from kickboxing. Most of the best fighters in the MMA arena emanated from kickboxing.
Well, not only not only MMA, not only MMA, of course, but boxing, professional boxing. Richard Comey, the former IBF, champion, was a kickboxer as well.
He was a kickboxer, exactly. I was going to say yes.
Sure. Interesting. Anyway, all the best to you. Is there any, very finally, is there any intervention being made to sort of get resources together to support this particular?
Well, yes, we have launched a GoFundMe page on GoFundMe.com, and we are really encouraging the public, corporate Ghana, and individuals to visit GoFundMe, and by just simply searching Ghana Kickboxing, the details will be there available that will show you how you can support our team to the Ivory Coast.
Thank you, and we wish you all the best. Yeah, once again, I have to, but well, I would have been a heavier weight, So only thing is that I don't have enough flexibility, so I won't be able to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Raja Owusu-Ansah is the president of the Kickboxing Federation, the Ghana Kickboxing Federation, getting the national team ready for a major tournament, African Championship, coming up in neighboring Cote d'Ivoire. So on that note, unfortunately, I don't have any gloves on or anything. That's how I would wrap it up this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Do remember that we'll be back tomorrow with another big package, doing some analysis ahead of the big weekend. And of course, the subject about the Under-17 team and the way forward is one we're carrying on into the weekend. Have a wonderful evening. Keep it here on Joy News. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.